Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Beer and, the weekly Wilmington Brew Works vodcast, where we let you know what's going on at Wilmington Brew Works each week. So let's just kick off this President's Day edition with John. Tell us what events we have coming up.
Yeah, so tonight is President's Day. We have regular hours. We open at 5, and we have a new group coming in the tap room called Bookish in Wilmington. It's a book club that's not a book club. They've been going around to a bunch of different locales, and we are the locale tonight. So apparently they're going to come and talk about books, maybe read, maybe not, but definitely have a couple beers.
Yeah, I think it's like you bring whatever book you're reading, sit down, grab a drink, read your book, discuss your book with other people, but really like a chill, low-key environment just to come out at a bar and read.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time. And the additional treat is, Ryan, you and I are going to be serving beer tonight.
We'll be working.
So come say hi to your two favorite hosts.
Whatever.
The hostess with the mostest.
Yeah, if I have time to get out and read tonight, I got some like manuals from the back I need to brush up on.
Yeah. So tomorrow night, Turntable Tuesday, as always. On Wednesday, we have trivia with Geeks Who Drink, which are always great. We also have a local author coming in with a poetry reading in the Alamo Room. If you're into that, check out it. It's on our events calendar on our website. Friday night, we've got live music in the tap room, as we always do. This week, it's Dave Kudrak, who had 2 really great performances here last year. I'm excited to have him back.
Fantastic music. Fantastic music.
Yeah, and then Saturday, we're getting out of the tap room, and we're heading to Kennett Winterfest.
Absolutely. So come out and see us at Kennett Winterfest. We're going to be debuting a new beer at Kennett Winterfest.
What?
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys. I've gotten a few messages on my cell phone about how much you guys have liked Pulchronator this year. I tell you what, it's one of my favorite beers, both to produce and drink every year. You guys all know lagers are my bag. And so it's one of my favorite. But we do have a treat that we're unveiling at Winterfest. And that is a bourbon barrel aged variant of the Pulchronator. But no worries, if you don't make it out to Winterfest, it's not a big deal. We'll have that for you next week. Next week is the kickoff to Wilmington Beer Week.
Real fast before you go into Wilmington Beer Week, because that is big, I have 2 tickets to Kennett Winterfest that I will be releasing on Instagram at some point this week to give away. Because they had a couple extra tickets at Winterfest. They asked me if I wanted to give some away, so of course. So stay tuned. This is your inside track now that you've watched 4 minutes in.
John, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we get that opportunity. But yeah, in case you guys haven't heard, not this week, but February 27th through March 3rd, we've got Wilmington Beer Week, which is a fantastic opportunity to showcase all the wonderful brewers. We're expanding a little bit outside of just Wilmington. Last year, there was a big collaboration push between Stitch House, Wilmington Brew Works, and Iron Hill. This year, we're not disappointing again. We did 2 different collabs. This year, the collabs are IPAs. We did a throwback, and we did a new hazy. We swapped it around, we recognize what each of the brewers' strengths are. And so this year, Wilmington Brew Works gets to showcase our hand in the West Coast IPA, and the other gentlemen are showcasing their hands in the New England IPA areas. So we think it's a ton of fun. Now, mind you, they did provide me with the malt bill and all that, and I told them what hops we had and what old school hops we had. I made sure not to use anything that was newer than 2000. So
oh boy.
If it was a hop that was invented or trademarked or whatever patented after the year 2000, we did not use that. So the IPA is a really great chance to show off Centennial hops, Cascade hops, and Chinook hops. So 3 of my favorite C hops, my early C hops. Yeah. So if you guys think you might enjoy that, come on out. And then we also have a variant. Now ironically, unironically, it's a very thin line with us. We are, ironically or unironically, doing a cask version of this IPA that very early on, brewers, we were all trying to figure out how to get the most hop punch in that West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely what we did. We went with a real heavy hand on the bittering additions, the flavor and aroma additions, and then we also went like whole hog on the Whirlpool edition on this beer. So we had a bunch of kettle additions. The regular variant is not dry hopped. You just get the showcase of these hops. We did, however, take a couple of pin kegs. Pin kegs are 5 gallon, not to be confused with the Firkin, which is 10 gallon. We took a couple of pins and we dry hopped those. This is very much what was happening in craft brewing in the 90s, man.
Absolutely.
So for us, for me, it's a real fun throwback. I love this stuff. You know, it is cliched in 2024.
Right.
But you know, if we're pretending like this is pre-2000, you know, like party like it's 1999.
Yeah.
You know, then it was not ironic at all to have done something like this. It's very much in that mode.
So, go ahead.
This means I got to dig out the beer engine from the back. And
We
get
have
it
to pull
cleaned
out
up.
that beer
All
engine.
right.
We have to clean that beer engine.
I got
We're
a rubber mallet at home ready to tap this bad boy.
I'm gonna need you to wear your Air Jordans for this.
I'm gonna need to buy Air Jordans for this. Have you seen my shoes?
I'm gonna find a pair of Reebok pumps just for this.
Oh yes,
I'm
I
gonna
remember
fi-
those. I could jump higher with a
With
pump it
it,
up.
like pump it up, you fill up
Yeah.
those shoes.
Yeah.
Like you know, we're gonna throw all the way
Can we
back.
play 90s bar music all week?
I think we should.
Lot of Chumbawamba.
should be fun. But you know, big thanks to Out and About Magazine. They spearhead Wilmington Beer Week every year. They're great team over there. So we are very excited about it. So that Tuesday night's going to be the kickoff right here. We will have Turntable Tuesday.
We'll have
Maybe
all
it's
the
gonna-
we'll
it's
have
gonna-
all the brewers out too.
Yeah, we'll have a whole bunch of brewers out here. I'm sure we can get Derek and Dan to play a bunch of 90s stuff, whatever vinyl we have from the 90s.
Yeah, man, retro rock.
Yeah, and
Is it retro rock now?
You're making me feel old.
I mean,
yeah.
it's like it's supermarket fodder
yeah,
these days.
It's on 102.9, man. That's what it is.
That is-
Classic rock. It's classic rock. Grunge classic. No, should be really fun, and then a whole bunch of events all week there.
Absolutely. Couldn't we would be remiss if we didn't say thank you to all the brewers, our brewer buddies
Oh,
that are
yeah.
out there. You know, the boys from Stitch House, the boys from Iron Hill. These guys make doing these collabs a ton of fun. We ended up having very extensive text threads and usually do a fair amount of smack talking as well on those threads. So these guys are great, man. They're like they're fantastic colleagues to work with. So keep your eye out for Iron Hill events that week, for Stitch House events. I know Stitch is going to do a Battle of the Kaisers or something like that.
Yeah.
He's taking our Pilsner. Well, what we did was we did a throwback Pilsner.
The German pills, yeah.
The German pills.
Sortie,
We
yeah.
basically took sortie, and that was beers to drink with friends.
Beers with friends?
Beers with friends.
Or
from
drinks with
last-
friends.
Drinks with friends.
Something
Something
very similar.
Whatever. It was something that we did last year. We brought it back this year. We're sending it over to Stitch House. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on. So please make sure to mark your calendars. Last year, you saw Ryan and I out at all the different breweries around around Wilmington. It's going to happen again this year. So come out Tuesday night. We're going to have the production staff behind the bar. We're going to have the other brewers in the tap room.
Yeah.
We're going to have a great time, man. Don't be afraid to come up and talk to us about the beer. Please do, because we're going to be sitting here minding our own business until you guys come up and talk to us. We're not going to insert ourselves into your conversations. It's a little weird. I'll do that when I'm working the tap room.
I am going to
but-
do that because I'm going to seek validation. Is it good? Do you like it? Okay,
Ryan, it's good,
Oh,
man. Your
thank you
beer's
so
great.
much.
Your beer's great,
Tap
dude.
me on
Your
the
beer's
back.
great.
There we go.
Okay, I've only got one last thing to close off with, and that is this weekend we are going to have another Cellarman's Circle Appreciation Weekend. We do this every once in a while where all of our Cellarman Circles members, the ones that you see in the tap room drinking on this beautiful stein.
This is a current this year's style.
Yep. So if you are a member this year, it's going to be 25% off everything in the tap room Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Now wait, if you're not a member,
We do have some steins left.
there's still memberships available.
Yeah.
You come in now, and get your Stein. you're going to get that discount this weekend.
Yeah, and that also comes with a Wednesday email from us with all the inside scoop going beyond what we're doing here, and also weekly discounts on to-go product.
To-go discounts, right?
Yeah.
That cannot be understated.
Yeah.
Like all the cans that we've got, you know.
You're basically paying for a Stein because that is the value of the Stein, and you get all this extra stuff for free, which is
Yeah.
one way to look at it. So if you're a beer drinker from Wilmington Brew Works, there's no reason why you shouldn't have this Stein. You're going to save money in the long run.
Absolutely. Plus,
Yeah.
it looks great on your mantle.
Looks awesome.
Huh?
All right, guys.
Well, I think that about wraps up this President's Day edition of Beer and. We didn't say beer and enough during this one, so we'll have to fix that in post. So come out to Wilmington Brew Works for beer and all the other great things we have going on.
Beer and your favorite activity.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that wraps us up. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
This beer tastes watered down.